Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Field Glory Empires in the Persian DLC as Sparta, which I think we're off to a good start. We basically control most of Greek Greece. We don't control Macedonia, we don't necessarily control Epirus. Traditional modern-day Greece is basically those three provinces put together with a little bit up here. Historically, the Greeks would also put a bunch of colonies over here. At some point, we'll want to retake those from the Persians as well. We're making a province here for the provincial unit from Crete. Cretan slingers, I believe, are better skirmishers than our existing ones. We'll do recruit locals. Technically, this guy's going to move away, and the locals are going to spawn in behind us, but that's fine. Oh, and we did get our African war elephants, which will probably see some use. If I go into doing stuff in Egypt, that'll be like perfect Egyptian mainline. We'll send them a couple Spartans and so on and so forth, but for the moment, we're not going to use the elephants. We're just going to keep them happily safe in the capital. If we already have a wall, which we do here, it would make sense to upgrade the wall. For very Spartan reasons, if I don't have a wall, I don't want to build a wall. Ooh, this one's a competing one. I do want that. We do want that. I think I'm going to go with this one. Apparently, I got to import my wood from Macedonia, but that'll be fine. It's not ideal, but that'll be fine. I can always make wood, but then when we take over that Macedonian territory, we'll have extra wood we don't need. I think we're going to go to the smokehouse here. Oof. -9 money. What I think is going on is we're being... the Macedonians have higher trade acumen than us. That's where that -9 money I think is coming from. But I think it's still a good enough building that we'll do it anyway. Anyway, everything but the solid walls will be done in a turn that's good enough. 2 open slots here. We're looking for roads. Not a road. So reroll. And the other one was over here. We're looking for a pleasure cult. Or, yeah, pleasure cult, I think. Pleasure house. We're looking for the pleasure house to clear the pleasure cult. Or the religious cult. But we don't have that option, so we'll probably do the monument right now. Oh, so if I can actually run... Oh, either way, it's out one turn out to sea. We'll see if it makes sense. It might make sense to try and get over to these islands and leave them for a couple turns to clear the savages. Okay. That's what we're going to do for the turn. We're going to be a little more active in recruiting in this province once the province is made. Lost a little bit more ranking, but that's fine. I feel like I have to go to like 20 or something when you're Sparta. Get up to 3. So yeah. Recruiting the locals, we get... Oh, it's not Cretan slingers, it's Cretan archers. We still want them. Range attack 8 is glorious. The breakpoint that we're really looking for is 6. But 8 is better than 6. We're not going to complain. So yeah, we want to recruit a bunch of those. Push the Spartan fleet down like so. And then the Spartan army, can we go land on that island? We can go land on that island. Okay, so let's go set up over there to clear those negative modifiers quickly. Recruitment-wise, we're going to want like 6 of you, which is going to take us 12 turns, which is, but it is what it is. We might get some recruit locals, in which case we can save some time doing that. You're building, you're building, you're building. Yeah, that's just what we're going to do. I might have to put them on a food. We'll see how supply situation is while we're on the island. Another Stoa. 27 money. 5% faction-wide commerce. That's going to start adding up. I think there's a bad event associated with the Stoa. They added to sort of nerf it. Some people have said the event is probably not strong enough, but at least in a moderate-sized empire, it's not strong enough. That's what people say. Okay, that'll get us the Stoa done in a turn. You're going to take a long time to build. Back over these ones. There's the regional road we're looking for, so build the regional road. You're looking for that pleasure house. We haven't rolled it yet. We can take the guard tower. We'll provide a little bit more defense to the island in the meantime. And it's basically a reroll. Okay. Confederate Barbarians. I'm pretty sure you can't do Federate Barbarians on the Macedonians. They're tier 1, but they're not barbarians. They're not a tribe. And I'm arguably wealthy enough that I should start thinking about building a second army at this point. Though I'm wealthy per se in stored money, not necessarily in revenue. Oh, 200 revenue is acceptable. Distribute the slaves again. No, we're not at war with anyone that would warrant really doing the emergency levy. Surprised it's even offering the emergency levy. Yeah, we're not at war with someone strong enough to warrant it, so it's fine. Let's do it. Gaining. Oh no, we're losing manpower. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it too much because that's not a big loss rate. Actually, let's send these guys over as they build to the capital where they can get the training bonus. We can already see the nice training bonus here. We're already up to experience level 3 on the elephants. Oh, these guys are so trained, they're probably actually not going to benefit from the Scrapping. These guys will. They'll get another 10. Whether another 10 will be enough to get up to level 3 or not, I'm not so sure. Okay, you've landed. You're over 100 combat power, so you can, every turn, have a 1 in 5 chance of clearing the hillsman. It's 100's a big point, yeah. Two slots here, so we should definitely build something. Though we got stuff that doesn't cost a slot, which is what we're going to do. Ooh. Both the Major Harbor and the Thimble is tempting. I'm going to do the Thimble because it's a little bit... Well, it's a prerequisite for building we need to upgrade where you get up to 16, right? So... Okay, I think we've actually grabbed the buildings I'm fishing for here, right? We've grabbed the land expansion, we've grabbed the regional road, we've grabbed the Stoa. The rest I want are they're gated behind... Well, they're gated behind higher culture buildings, so we should start working towards culture. We should start working towards health. So in pursuit of culture, we'll do the theater. That is... the theater is the prerequisite, I believe, for the Odon. which is a building, one of the Greek special buildings. One of the 9 Greek special buildings. As Sparta, we get 8 of the 9. We don't get the boathouse. Thessalan Temple. Because we got the regional road, we can import the coral. This time coming from Meltia. Okay. Coming from Malta. Monday Malta. So that's definitely an acceptable thing to do. Could be a little better. Remember having more coal. Oh, it's showing me the upgrade value. Right, so the previous building was 17. The new building is 19. Net increase of 2. Okay, that works. And we'll do that because this one's going to be pumpkin. It's going to disappear in 16. Yeah. At some point, we'll want our own source of coral so we can buy our own coal. Buy Spartan after all. Especially if we're stacking stoas. But we don't need to rush to that. We already got a wool here, so upgrading the wool makes sense. We do want more strapodons, but we want strapodons in places where we don't have... Well, we want strapodons where we have places that don't have walls, because the big bonus on them is metal production. We don't have any recruit locals, so I think we'll go ahead and cycle the turn. You know, we've boosted enough culture that we're back in the progressing tier, even without people on culture. That's kind of where I want to be. If we have manpower, which we don't, we can turn it into money or metal. Back in the progressing tier, offering me the ability to tier up, which is fine. Feeling it's like 20 for Sparta. Okay. Okay. We have walls here, so we're not interested in the Strapodon. Stoa is in the pool, so I could technically be waiting for the Stoa. Receptor House wouldn't be too bad. Surprised that feels like it's giving me less culture than it should. But it's not the end of the world. We go Smokehouse for the health. Yeah, again, I think we're being out traded by someone. Presumably based on that list, Macedonia. That's why the money negative showing up. Receptor House. Looking for the Pleasure Cult. So we'll use the Clear Water as a reroll. We're obviously overbuilding because the Pleasure Cult is not going to require... Or the Precept House does not require 340 infrastructure ultimate itself. So let's boost our growth. Close enough. We got a stockpile. Probably the same there, but that's fine. Ah, oh, actually, no, this is the one that we haven't cleared yet. Okay, the Spartan fleet's taking some damage, so we should move the Spartan fleet back to port. No luck on the forage. The monument's not a bad idea here. Yeah, we're going to wait until that clears. I'm going to move over here, clear that one, and then move on. Although there is an argument, because our ally is being sieged. Maybe I should move off to help the ally. How long is it going to take to get over there? 2 turns? We leave now? Sure. We'll go relieve our ally. Carthaginian usurpers have conquered Tunis. Oh dear. What's food resources we don't need? Okay. Freedman laws. What's the penalty? Well, we don't have enough courthouses, palaces. We don't have enough government buildings. More science buildings yet. So we'll go with Freedman laws instead. We'll free a couple. Okay, you'll be there next turn. You're not too badly damaged by the seed crossing. We'll have you do the move as well. Here goes the recruiting slowly. Going slowly. That's fair. Okay, I think we have enough XP. We're going to do a unit measure. We'll see if those two can merge up. Ooh. Commercial port. Yeah, I think the commercial port, because of the trade range, takes precedence. Land expansion is not bad. And apparently there's enough to build those, so that's fine. We have the range to get the coral, so we'll do the coral. Then here we're looking for the pleasure cult, which we didn't roll. Right now we're going to be dependent on importing gold from a place we're thinking about invading, so we'll hold off on the bank. So I'm looking for the health buildings I probably want the salt house and the physician house and the aqueduct. Are going to be the ones I'm most interested in looking at to get up to 6. So we're going to pass. We're going to do a reroll here. Got Pan-Hellenic Games. Let's actually play the Pan-Hellenic Games. We'll try to boost the opinion with some of the minor Greeks. Okay, we'll relieve the siege of our friends if they're still intact. There we go. Spartan army against the, albeit more numerically numerous, Brutanine army. Skirmish. We got higher base roll, they get an extra die roll, we get a little bit higher min. So this isn't necessarily going to go all our way. We actually lost that battle. We tried. Didn't quite go our way. We'll have to pull back to Greece, regenerate and try again. I hadn't accounted for the fact that that was open terrain. I should have, that would have actually probably been a good situation to bring in the elephants. Okay, we'll push you back to port. Push the army back to port, okay. Going to a different port, but that's totally fine. Can you get that port? What happened to our, oh, you went there. Just go to the port where they're gonna go. That'll work. Can you go to the port where they're gonna go? Yes, doubly so. Good. We're gonna need more cav. Replace the lost cav. All I'm gonna splurge, I'm gonna grab 4 cav. And you can see why I go 4 cav. Usually I do 2 light, 2 medium, or 2 light, 2 heavy. Because in the planes you need 4 cav. Planes are rare enough that I was procrastinating on grabbing it to at least when you're working in Greece, planes are rare enough. Ooh, lots of good choices. We're gonna go to the Stoa. We're gonna go ahead and continue to stack that faction-wide commerce bonus. Emily for agriculture. It's also a 0 slot. Do I not have a road here? I haven't rolled public works yet. Oh dear. Not too worried about, not too interested / worried about building the ships in the capital. Though the equipment bonus would apply to building Spartans as well. I think this gives a ship level 3, so we'd actually be able to build the heavy warships. So yeah, let's splurge. Let's get the shipyard. Still gonna take 2 turns, but that's better than 12. Watchtower for extra defensiveness. This is probably a place that doesn't need it, but the military expertise is not gonna hurt. Take the wall as a reroll. So we're gonna bring all the skirmishers together. I think once we get the Cav added to our main army, we should be good for another swing and try and liberate that place. And at this point, it might literally be a liberation. I am not surprised if the garrison starves to death before we get back there. We will avenge our fallen friend, but it does not look like we will be able to save him. Oh, their fleet has caught one of our skirmishers coming ashore. 1 Cretan archer, so it's not the end of the world. Does mean we'll have to send our fleet after the Cretan fleet. Before we set out again. We're in the progressing tier. Still, we don't have the option to progress. Okay, we're going to merge all the armies here together. We're not going to set out until we get rid of that fleet, because the fleet's in our way and is a semi-heavy danger. Okay, hopefully we don't get our guys jumped if they do that move. We haven't regained effectiveness, so we need to stay. Oh, turn in port. Slavers is Weapon Depot Watchtower. I don't think there's any 0 slots we're searching for at this point. Interesting that the crafting house needs 3 pop, that's why. We're not large enough yet for it. So we'll do the archery range. We'll start working towards stuff we can use to clear the slavers the other way. Oh, I guess before we left, we did get rid of the guys there. That's good to see. I can just about cover the food requirements. Let's do that. Let's slow the construction down in a bunch of places, but now we know in theory the region should be growing. This game doesn't penalize you as heavily as like Civ does for being short in food. Though your army also has to eat food too, so it penalizes you by like starving your army. Garum shop, that's tempting. Or granary. Where is this one? It's that one. It's not the irrigation canals, it's the large farm, I believe, that does. Grain. This is definitely something I'd want to build if we knew we were going to get the grain. I might hold off on it because we don't know. Yeah, I'll just do a reroll here. Pleasure cult? No, but a building that's almost as good. Needs sales, however. So it doesn't look like it's a very profitable building. How far away is our sales? We do produce sales. They're over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. Okay, so it says it needs sales, and it says it's going to charge us for those sales. It's actually wrong, and it's wrong for an interesting reason. Currently, the trade range here... Oh, actually, no, it isn't wrong. It is right. It is going to charge us for those sales. I assumed we had regional roads. We don't have that yet. We're still going to go for it, because the +1 trade range is really good. And we need that +1 trade range to get the sales to solve the problem. So we're going to run that. Oh, actually, no, it's still not going to charge us, because we're going to finish the shipyard. The shipyard makes sales. The sales will then be within 4 range. Yeah, okay, it's totally going to work. Totally going to work. Arguably, that means I'm building too many sales, but that's fine. Because we're grabbing a little bit extra to grabbing bigger warships. That's totally fine. The siege we don't need. Okay, I think we're reasonably good. If we do spawn in a Cretan archer, I may leave him there for a turn, assign him a general, and use him to do recruit local to get 2 more archers. Enter the next one. Yeah, I think we're going to want to place this. Cycle the turn. Okay, we get our guys across, and yeah, our friends have kicked the bucket. One province has fallen. At least I think they only have 1 province. If they had more than 1 province, I might still be kicking around. You're proposing a trade deal. I give you some javeliniers, you give us some metal. Sure. You are proposing peace. Presumably a peace where I lose? Yeah. No. You do not understand the trouble you have gotten yourselves into. We haven't recovered all the effectiveness. So it'd be a little bit of gambling on... Well, they have a low effectiveness. Okay, so that's probably a fair trade. Okay, that attack. You've spawned in, grab a general of some sort. We're going to play root local units on him. We've got the open slot that we rerolled last turn. Thessalon Temple isn't too bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We don't need that much construction at this point, so we should put more guys back on food. As soon as I can check. Do we have... Well, I guess we don't make sales while the shipyard is blockaded. All the more reason to break the blockade. Yeah. How much service do you need? Like 100 something. So we can definitely move another set off. Yeah. 1 open slot. You know, don't like any of these choices. Earless isn't too bad. Reroll would be potentially fishing for land expansion. Palisade Furnace. Yeah, I think we'll fish for that for the land expansion. For slot. In which case, we just need enough infrastructure that we're like 1 positive in the entire province right now. So we can definitely accelerate the growth here by turning off production. Oh, and we did get the farm done, so we got a little bit more spare space here to farm with. To produce with, to build the stuff faster. Archon is planning several new operations, extra regional decisions gained. Okay. Don't see any that I want to use, but apparently we got more regional decisions. Okay, let's have the fleet go do its job, and then we can go land on the Virgin Eye. Our ally still has some ships and stuff about, so I assume they've got a colony somewhere, so they're actually still existing. I assume. Might be wrong. Yeah, I don't know where that colony is, if they do one. Or seriously, we can just go liberate it. Our fleet versus their fleet. I think this is a fleet battle we're going to win. 6v2. Yeah, 6v2 is something we're going to win. Air fleet at the bottom, which breaks the blockade. Yeah, we'll do that. Try to lower the government age a bit. Alliance, they're not interested in alliance. Are you interested in that cooperation agreement yet? No, even less than the last time I tried. What about you? Nope. I suppose I could try paying for it or try to remove objective or something, right? We do have a decent amount of money, so this wouldn't be too much of a stretch. 1,000's a little expensive. Sure. Okay, it's gonna take us 2 turns to get over there, but send the fleet, or send the army over, send the fleet over to do a blockade move, and we'll land and beginning attack following turn. Due to Persia being Persia, we did lose some stuff. Yeah, I probably do want to upgrade that port. We are going to want more slave markets. This is an interesting thought process. Do I want the 6th commerce building yet, so I can access the tier 3s? I think the answer is no. We'll hold off and try to fish for that commercial port. Or maybe the forge. Yeah, don't think the fishery here is strong enough. Health building wise, that's not the health building I want. Expert stone counter is tempting because we have the culture from the marble. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a reroll here. Got other stuff I want to fish for. Other stuff I want to fish for besides fish. Very thematic, right? Land expansion is a no-brainer. We are going to want more construction for that. To get that done quicker. 2 turns. Okay, we'll just put everything on getting it done quicker. Still 2 turns. Okay, we're gonna give you a merge with the Spartan army order. You're probably not gonna catch up to them, but you might catch up to them. So that's 3 skirmishers. We've got 3 skirmishers here. I actually only want for the moment 8 archers. So we're actually going to remove that one from the queue. I'll go up to 16 probably when we build a second army. But for the moment, while we're operating mostly in hills, the exception is the landing we're about to do, but when we're operating mostly in hills, we only really want 8 skirmishers to minimize the supply upkeep issues associated with really large armies. Oh, I see. Okay, so because we were involved in the war, the Britanniae actually negotiated some sort of peace that did not annex our friends. So our friends are still here and still at war with or no longer any more longer at war with Britannia. I'm going to reject Britannia's claim. We apparently actually have a objective on them, so we'll actually go jump them for their objective. Okay. Skirmisher's been made. We'll hold out until the second skirmisher gets made. It'll be made in a couple turns. Yeah. Construction-wise, one thing to build there. Again, I think we're fishing for the commercial port for commerce. Wouldn't actually be a bad idea to do street polar. Gymnasium wouldn't be too bad either. Actually, we have a manpower issue, so yeah, going gymnasium for the manpower is not a bad idea. Let's, I'm gonna go buy men. Okay, we can't buy men from you right now. You. Transaction. You have men, right? No. This is, I suppose this is the problem with trying to purchase men from great city-states. They're not great bastions of manpower either. You have men. Can I have 50 of your men for a bunch of money? Then I think we'll actually go do the same to Macedonia. Macedonia is a little bit less likely to give me anything. But, lacking manpower. Oh, I need 25 of any of them for them to... Fine. Okay. So we're getting 50 manpower. That's not actually going to be enough to cover the manpower deficit. So our troops are probably going to start shrinking as attrition hits them, which isn't super ideal. Yeah, they're probably going to say no, but we'll offer it. Then I'm at 4 progress tokens? I was at 5 progress tokens. Something happened that caused me to lose a progress token. Okay. Oh, I remembered. Took the decision. One of the drawbacks for trying to reduce your age could be losing a progress token. That makes sense. That makes sense. That tracks with what happened. One there. Kill the enemy army. Or kill the enemy leader. In hindsight, now that we're not fighting in open terrain, I should probably send the elephants home. Okay, now that we have that mutually beneficial treaty. Yeah, they lack manpower, they don't... Okay, never mind. Oh, they still don't like me enough. That's fair. Buy, sell, or displace slaves. We're gonna distribute the slaves. Spend metal. Could get manpower. Yeah, we'll do that. We're short on manpower. And I've got a decent metal income. One build slot, one build slot. Clear water is not a bad choice. That's what we'll do there. The Odon. So this is one of the buildings we're going to be looking for. Yes, it's going to cost us 21 money because we don't have any silk yet, but you may notice in the list of things on there, decadence reduction, real good, legacy increase. This is a building we can build everywhere if we have an amphitheater because we're Greek. Requires us to have 3 culture buildings there, requires it to have a amphitheater there. Well, one of the buildings from the amphitheater line. And for being able to build this, you can get a half a legacy point every time you build it. Plus, it's a bunch of culture. Yes, please. Okay, get my building reasonably quickly. We got lots of building slots here. Probably due to... might be due to slaves being redistributed to 2 here. Fisher, we're going to pass on... This is not the one where we wanted the pleasure house. Could go to the gymnasium for the manpower. That's actually a pretty good idea. Gymnasium for manpower. +1 manpower, 8 health. Yeah. Okay. So while we're doing the siege, we don't need everything here. Let's take the elephants. And split them off and send them back to Sparta. I'm going to issue a movement order like that to the fleet. Hopefully they'll move together, which will protect the elephants. Back up to 5 progress tokens. Good. Still don't meet the requirements of whatever the special Spartan requirements are to go up to tier 3. Next turn we'll have the second archer and we'll send the archers over. Okay, let's cycle the turn. Oh, should have done the art of the siege. Whoopsie daisy. I think that's fell to us. I don't think that is Roman red, I think that is Spartan red. Okay, so the Spartan fleet did get back to port. They're a little damaged, they're going to want to stay in port for a while, but that's fine. We can march the army here. That should be their field army and lay siege to the fort. Oh yeah, we just rolled really well in the siege. Okay. One besieging, breach the walls. One besieging, inflict a lot of casualties. Fort surrender, sort of, basically is what happened there. Okay. And one of the reasons I want to take these guys over is so that I get to own the glorious coral. Is it very important to own the coral? No, not really. But coral. That's going to be nice for all the temples. That's going to be something we can import as well. Oh, and that was our objective. That's where we got the objective back from. Yeah. Progress token back from. So Persia got 35 legacy. We lost some because one of our generals defected. Okay. Boar fabricator. If we got the salt, we do salt house. Ooh, regional road and Stowe. I want both of them. Stowe is going to get the priority. We've got we got 5 of the health buildings. We need to go up to tier 3. Could do the wash house. Not really what I'm looking for here. I really want probably the physician house. Do a reroll trying to get the physician house. Answer is yes. Besides that, we're looking for the Stowe, I think is the option. Oh, whatever we have here, we apparently don't have the requirement for the Stowe. That's fine. You don't need the Stowe literally everywhere. It's really strong, and it would be nice to have it literally everywhere. We don't need it literally everywhere. Bonuses of gold, silver, and copper, which means we need to be able to get gold, silver, and copper there. We don't yet have the requirements to import those. I think the silver is actually the hardest one to import. Gold, you can do the mint. Copper, you can do bronze. No, copper works. We need the forge for that. We don't have that set up yet. So that's not the worst building, but we probably want to sort out getting some of the things needed into the territory first. We're not going to do the baths. I think we'll do the reroll here, fishing for health buildings, different commerce buildings, etc. Yeah, I'm going to take the salt house here. Technically, we're fishing for the pleasure cult, but or the pleasure house, but I'm not going to sit there fishing for it forever. Okay. Archers are ready to move. Going back to Sparta proper first. Okay, before I get too carried away, this is probably where I should go ahead and put the heart break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll pick up from where we left off next time, which will be tomorrow. I'm going to try to record 2 more parts in the stream tonight, so there should be a part up for you tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This will be the middle of stream break where I go get a cup of tea, so I will be back as soon as the cup of tea is made. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, as apparently we defeat the neighbor that was giving our friend a issue. And then I got to decide whether I want to go after Macedonia or Sparta, or not Sparta, Macedonia or Persia. Persia does have some nice places fairly nearby, like the Temple Artemis, that we'd like to take off of them. Sacred site as well. Plus, I think we do want to just punish Persia. Macedonia's got some nice places as well. Arguably, we want to take like Greece from them. I don't really want to get rid of them. I would be willing to be mean to them, just drive them north out of their homeland, because Macedonia is from Macedonia, after all, but I would like to take sort of modern-day Greece for Sparta. If no other reason, then that would give us access to the gold mines and the wood. We've been importing our wood from here. So if we've got the wood place, then we earn the revenue from the wood place. And as we build more and more Stoa, as you can sort of see, we're getting 25% commerce bonus here. Most of that, I think, is coming from Stoas. Can't see the breakdown here, but yeah, I think it's kind of mostly coming from Stoas. So yeah, 25 commerce. Each Stoa is adding a global another 5% commerce. And 25% commerce rate is, okay, we're getting 20 income from salt. Oh, now it's 25. Right, that's going to add up real quickly. Doubly so as we start to expand the number of places we're trading with. So yeah, with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.